Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Yeah, some people in the chat. Nice. Nice to see you. Jenny is here. Jamie O'Reilly. Name and no. Osman. Long time. Good to see you, everybody. So, BTC Wave 4 completed or more downtrend to 43k. Well, yes, that's a good question. Is the wave forward then? And if it is, which one, right? Which degree? Which is right count? So we're gonna take a look at a few ID and a few pieces of data and try to project what we have. So could we have a way forward down here? I mean, surely, right? I have one count here. I'm not completely sold on the choice of the count right now. Is this hold as a low and we're going for new highs? I think that's gonna be my favorite one, right? And so is that the case? Well, we're looking at the target. Everybody's looking out between 90 110, something like this. We did not completely invalidate this idea, right? This is still a valid one. The thing is, you can see how the way forward spend way too much time for me to keep this as the most sensible one. So I think I'm gonna retake it for now. But that on the side. And focus on the most legit one, right? There is not a lot of difference anyway between, in fact, that one and this, right? The main difference is how do we build the third wave here, right? The target remained pretty much the same overall. It's just that this makes more sense because of the timelines of this retracement. So yeah, looking at this potentially, but we are not out of the wood yet, right? I can still see how this could extend into a lot longer correction, pullback, bear market, whatever you want, right? With this idea, again, which is not necessarily my favorite one. I mean, my favorite probably is the one I showed first, right? For quite similar reason that the others, that you're very tiny wave 2 here compared to what you'll have as a wave 4. But with extension like this, I mean, having a very quick wave 2 at the beginning, that's bothering me a lot less than a wave 4 here, right? So yeah, that's pretty much the idea. Now I was looking for I will have like just a slightly bit lower. We had a pretty nice channel, very nice reaction from the other day. We're looking at the 200 moving averages on the 4-hour with confluence on that channel here. So that was the last place where I showed most significantly, right? And so I was really looking for that bottom lower band of the channel to hit here. Even today, I mean, can go back on the count quickly, but AD was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was kind of the idea I had. Obviously now it is invalidated because we went way beyond it. We have a pen here. We reclaim range bottom in pretty nice way so far. I'm You know, we're gonna remain a bit in between for a bit, right? Unless we really get a crazy move out of this, but the thing is, for this to be a bottom here, the count that makes more sense is a WXY, right? Especially looking at an ABC move here, right? So when you go into the WXY count, well, you know that this kind of count can extend into bigger structure. So it's a right, is a WXY, X, and Z, or all of this can become just the first wave W. That can look like a lot, you know, coming back in the range and breaking down later on. You know, that was the idea if we are into still a larger waveform, right? So we'll see. And in fact, there's another ID. Yeah, I think it will work. Yeah, on this chat, we'll show it. Well, let's say we're into a larger version. So yeah, maybe we put a W, we're going into an X, we extend this into a larger structure. But with this in mind, I think we can also look at a diagonal here. You know, most important being the fifth wave, but I think even the third wave is smaller than the first, right? No, the third wave is bigger, but according to new rules, we may allow this as a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and so that can become a 1 or an A, and again go into a B and go. I'm not sold on the idea of having a new rule. You know, the rule for contracting diagonal should be that it's contracting, so it's contracting in a way, but if the third wave is bigger than the first, it's not really contracting. I thought it was smaller. Did we hit exactly to the tick? Maybe it depends on the exchange. I guess if we put a flat into this, that can work. We finish the third wave here and A, B, C here. So yeah, that could be an alternative. But for now, things, yeah, look rather good. You know, we have a pretty nice capitulation on that move down. I mean, you know, even for me, that was well, important level for any sensible Elliottian or technical analysis. That was a sensible level, right? You got a sweep of the low and you get back, so that's pretty strong, especially when you have in mind the fact that we dip into fear, right? I'm back into neutral pretty quickly here, but we dip but no into fear. We stayed into grid for, I mean, for months since February. Yeah, last time we dipped into the 48, 43 here. That was January 23rd, so the low, I guess. Yeah. You know, you have similar fears in here. Oh, if you compare this here, that's pretty neat, right? For a swing low, it's, yeah. I think Luke had an idea that is not so bad either. I was not necessarily looking at an Elliott Wave count, but I think I was looking. Yeah, if this reject here still, and we could see this come back still. And that point, you may make all of that a diagonal, or just an A, B, and C, and make this an A 1, 2, 3, 4. we will be able to fit both here. It will look rather bullish at that point, and then you see if you do such a thing, you know. In my opinion, that will look rather bullish for upside, but of course, the position here will be in confluence for more upside or just a retracement into the range stuff. I mean, I would not discard that, disregard it. Waiting to see, because we reclaim the range low here, so it's, you know, strong movement today, which is rather impulsive. I'm hesitating to say impulsive here. You know, you have your preliminary supply of the range here. You're kind of still into that zone, and wow, you got the obvious channel top still, right? And something relatively important, you still have your 300 4-hour, right? Claiming this back gonna be the key metric for me. You know, it's kind of similar than here, right? If you start to reclaim this, it look a lot better. Always been the same. This seem I often overlook or look at too many pieces of data, etc. But try to keep a bias with this simple stuff. So yeah, this look pretty good. That have a good potential to be a very swing low, right? And the return of the real bull trend. But we still need more confirmation. And yeah, part of it would be to reclaim that for our 200. Of course, we have POC. We're gonna have golden pocket in between as well. And between, I mean, a bit above. Into the POC. In between POC for our, you know, we still have a zone here. That's not really relevant anymore. Might get some choppiness, but at this point, yeah, I think. Oh, you can look for something greater. And so, yeah, I'm hesitating to call this impulsive. You know, if I'm looking a bit on the lower time frame here, well, there's a few stuff. Very aggressive increase back into a penetrate that happened above or starting, yeah, above 60,400. You know, always a bit tricky when you have such an aggressive, yeah, move on the open interest. You see, there's some absorption here. I don't see this as is very bullish. Yeah, simple fact that the short can get squeezed here, but or say rather just not wrong. The thing is, on the lower time frame here, you have such a tiny move here. I cannot really project that much higher here. You know, I'm just looking at a 5-minute count, so that's 5 minutes is not necessarily the most important. Definitely less important than the higher time frame, but well, it looked pretty obvious, right? I mean, I hope it looked obvious. Again, so you have third wave volume, now it's decreasing. You have a lot of open interest coming, so above, yeah, 6,400, a bit above the monthly here, monthly open. Tag the 4,618 here. What I believe, yeah, basically, that we are into. Where's the other count? Okay. Is that we are into a third wave here, 4, and looking for a 5th here. Right. Basically that. And then the question will be, are we... Oh, I know, it's because I made the count here. Yeah, 5, it can extend a lot more. You know, if we're going for squeezing this short here, we might push this 5 wave a lot higher. You know, the target for this micro 5 wave still have room because the third wave is so strong that gives us a high target. But we could also very much reject here and, you know, consolidate, having rebalance on the open interest, and just consolidate here. I said it's gonna be important to hold a monthly level from my point of view. Most important, obviously, for any logician, gonna be that swing low, because yeah, if we reject from the 1-1 extension and retrace below this, you have an ABC move, right? Still probably gonna be a good scalp long here because there's gonna be a ton of liquidity on such an important invalidation. That aside, yeah, I would rather see this having higher consolidation, you know, still coming back below this low that we print here, and I don't know, you know, from something like this. We'll see, but I think we might see some stopping movement here. Not necessarily looking too much for short. You know, things can get tricky here. We might end up into a diagonal or whatever. Or, you know, as I show here, this fifth potentially can extend a lot higher. So, you know, it can be tricky. And you know, looking for the short when we still had quite a bearish structure of a double sweep of the high here. I took the short here, pretty not here because it was high, a bit later. I mean, it was sensible, right? Now, just after a strong move like this, you probably can have a bit of revenge trading. So, yeah, maybe the short might be peeling a bit too much here. Want to see that get squeezed again. Anyway, it's a weekend, so, you know, I'm not gonna open new position for now. If we have this consolidation, a nice corrective for 2 of that degree here, or preferably, yeah, with a nice fib confluence, 50% probably. Gonna be a good target. Golden pocket reachable. Lower than golden pocket, it's gonna be tricky. It depends how high, right? But yeah. But yeah, so yeah, the little thing here, I'm gonna miss a perfect influence, but yeah, 63, 400. So you know, it's not missing the confluence. As we can push this 5 towards 63, 400 potentially. It could be done here. I'm not gonna make a guess on that. Just, you know, now we have the 1-1 extension. I would have preferred to have the confluence for that 1-1 extension of higher degree with channel here, but that's not a big deal, right? So yeah, let's see how it consolidates. So there is quite a few bullish data, as we talked. Well, not so much last week, a bit last week, because we were looking potentially at higher low, which didn't happen. But earlier this week, yeah, you know, we have been seeing still quite a lot of buying on Bitfinex. So, you know, that alone, it's it's a pretty nice bullish indication, right? Not necessarily putting my life on that because, well, we saw in the past that you can have bullish buying here and still fall apart, right? And potentially that was comparable, in fact, on the lower time frame. This kind of structure here could have been comparable to this, right? Now, instead of having a bit of consolidation and rejecting, we had a reclaimer rental, so that looked a lot more bullish. But yeah, Bitfinex buying pretty decently. We can see on the margin long, I started from one step. Right, we have an increase of 16,000 Bitcoin, so that's pretty nice. It's not as much as it sold during the run, but I don't know, that's Bitfinex behavior. Selling when it tries, buying when it drop, and there we go. So we have a very similar structures, and here with a lot more reaccumulation that happened during that week, right? So yeah, like, looking else. The selling, very aggressive selling during that period is finished. We'll clearly having flipped the momentum into buying on there. So that's pretty good. We had a bit of ETF capitulation. We have sentiment capitulation. What else, right? What else you want? I mean, if we keep going lower, the problem is things can get nasty. I mean, nasty. It can take months to before going back into a real upturn, right? I mean, if we are looking at this ID, for example, either that one or that one, in fact, kind of similar one. Just taking back an extension. I mean, this can extend until the end of summer, end of the year. Could allow a bit of Alcon cashback. So, I've been slaughtered really badly. I mean, we lost the 200 moving. That's daily, the daily one. It's on many halts, not all, but many. So there's quite some room to recover from this. And dominance. I'm just checking here because I think I saw someone. I mean, yeah, you have a bit of contraction here. I'm still focusing a lot more on Bitcoin. Where is my chat? I lost the chat here. Hola. Okay, thank God. It was a problem sound. Okay. Do you use SVP HD to identify NPOC and PD value area? How does it compare to I'm not looking that much at naked POC that way. You know, I mean, sometime I check it, yes, with as SVP HD. can be useful. Oh, it works. Why is this here? As you know, when looking at naked POC, I will just take the manual fixed range volume profile, right? And see where it makes sense, right? For example, here, but that's not necessarily what I use the most, but here we probably have bands from the naked POC from that consolidation. But you know, even without this, you can guess there is a high volume node because I mean you have a consolidation here, so that's from an order block on the, well, not on the daily, but on the 12-hour, 4-hour. You know, you have kind of an order block here, so you're gonna have a spike of volume. So just know this can be potentially support, as an example. But for that matter, I was more focused on the channel here to get more precision. And yeah, looking at naked POC, I will often use rather this tool and just look at what area I'm interested in. So here you have a top information. So you have a naked POC here. That's a top information. You would rather look at the higher low, or otherwise you take that trend here. And you'll have POC just here, right? Now you have a gap. That's not really a naked POC path, say, but I mean it's also a POC design. And it's not what I use the most. It works as fine as ExoChart. The most important is to have a good average of the tick size, right? Not too thin, not too fat either. No, I think that our best. Welcome. So yeah, I think that's where we are sitting here. You know, this is a rejection. So what that the fifth? Possibly we could also just be extended that for. I mean, at least you see there is a big decrease in volume. Yeah, let's just step aside from that. For now. Tiny short squeeze. Things start to green down very aggressively. I can see a flat here still. It's yeah, it doesn't look like a quantum to me. I will let this grind either down or up, and if you really grind down, reassess where it needed, right? When needed. And a bit. Let me reassess something quickly. Yeah, weekly close gonna be interesting. And we have a few lines. That's a pretty neat text, right? That's just lines. I was looking at this channel, you know, because it's kind of a way to look for wave 4 potential bottom. That would be for one of the larger idea here. And which make me think I didn't check that one. Sorry, what, my account already? Wave 3, 1, 3, yeah, okay. Try do you take that? So clearly broken. I didn't, so. Anyway, yeah, some other stuff to look at. So we had a decently high option expires this morning, with most of call that almost all calls that were very much in the water, and but that have lots of puts that have been in the water. Not maybe not most, but the next significant one gonna be May 31, I think. Yeah, we have nearly 3 billions right now. It is quite a wide range. You have your spike of excess spots here at 50,000 and excess calls at 80. With max pain that, okay, 63, but basically gonna be between 57 and 769, 70. This is a pretty average pocket trading. So quite some room. Targeting 60, 69. So what does it give me on my chart? 69 wave 3 potentially. If we're going for an extension here. And yeah, okay. Oh, that's gonna evolve as there's new position opening. But and biggest one at the moment is 28th of June. We have 4.5 billion. This is still a lot of FOMO calls here. But max pain 48 is kind of a bit nonsensical. We'll see this get back into balance. Probably gonna, yeah, I'm gonna have to focus on the May 31 first. May 31st first. Oh yeah, we're still in the range. So it's not telling a lot apart that you have a kind of a fair value between 57 and 69 at the moment. I mean, it kind of tell you that you have a good low now, and you're back into the range, and the fair value is staying into the range, right? Into a similar fair values and um, the volume profile value, right? I think like I'm forgetting something. Yeah, maybe a quick look. Yeah. So much trouble for such little move. Yeah, one thing that look also good here is this being lit by spot clearly on CVD. With between X backing it up. That's pretty neat. In fact, visible on CVD and also on funding. But yeah, funding have been negative aggressively again and again. I mean, we've always seen wars during bear market, but it took a long time to reach a bottom here. And the bear spot premium here is it's kind of a bit fucked. Am I allowed to say this on YouTube? I mean, who cares? The thing is, we have the trading back at a discount here. I'm not following Bitfinex as much on that. I mean, I've been buying during the whole move down, and now they are at a discount. But I think that kind of breach be the yeah, perhaps spot premium, but premium discount, because we have Coinbase 730. 7, yeah, so it's still in a premium compared to Bybit. It's also, it's back into a better value. Okay. I mean, you still have a spot premium, so that's and that's gonna be all. If you don't have any question, I think I covered every count. I mean, yeah, every count you can go back. I think this make a lot of sense now. We need to see this impulsive move and volume picking back up, right? And ideally, we would like to see quite a strong move. So third wave here, you have 69k still as a nice resistance. You have, I mean, still one of the high of the range, because you have it's a little too high, but that where you enter the cautious part, right, of the range. I would like to have a nice strong third wave, and ideally you want to print an impulse at finish a bit beyond current all-time high and have again another consolidation to print your 1-2, right, at the ideal setup. But yeah, you can also extend a lot quicker. I mean, not quicker, but maybe not the right word, but you can also print something smaller here and then go into a double extension and not necessarily have much of a retrace after breaking all-time high. Just that, yeah. Ideally, to a bullish path, I would want to see a nice third wave into 69k, consolidation, a big fifth wave into a new highs, and back into the range. Small. kind of the high dollars. What is the significance of Bitfinex and what is magic spread you always refer to? The magic spread here. We just look at the delta between Bitfinex and some other exchanges. I adjust depending on the situation. But the significance, I mean, I think it cannot speak for itself, right? When they sell, we tend to print the top. When they buy, we tend to print the bottom. It's not necessarily always exactly precise. Sometimes it's really precise on a lower time frame. Sometimes it's a bit more on the swing perspective. Yeah, basically that's where there's still a bunch of wells trading there. And Bitfinex is also part of the same companies and Tether. So yeah, you have some important player of the industry, historical player of the industry, trading at Bitfinex and still showing quite some delta. So that is impressive because they were trading at $300 discount, like sustain 100 between $100 and $300 discount. So that means that basically mean that anyone would have been able to buy on Bitfinex for $300 discount, transfer to Coinbase and sell it and make $300. If we consider an instant withdrawal, which I think there is between Coinbase and Bitfinex. But basically, yeah, it means that the whales, the big player at Bitfinex are selling when it's red and are buying when it's green. And they tend to run the show still. More or less effectively, but overall still running the show. Like, we'll see this sustain with the new big players coming in the market. Made me doubt a bit when I see how long it took here to put a top, because they start selling quite aggressively at 50k, and so for quite a range here, and didn't print the bottom quite exactly, a top quite that precisely. It took some time, but you know, there's still built a range here. That's one of the good tricks to look at. Look at what they are doing there, and yeah, they help me a lot to get a bias. Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about the order book show, but that's the same drill, right? We had quite some buying signs here. Buying in balance. Here it is. Not necessarily the biggest, but yeah, decent size. I mean, yeah, on spot that was one of the biggest sizing. Just need to bridge that jack here, that trick. Yeah, a lot of OGs. That's it exactly. Music are the good as here. Okay, thanks everybody for joining. Thanks for the question. Appreciate the participation. Take care, trade safe, go to some grass, and see you very soon, right? Yeah, let's hold that, Bitcoin. See you all soon. Bye bye.